games happen on 27th, Wednesday. The first game, Charlotte Hornets game, always in the first spot. Another win for them, playing really well. Beat the Orlando Magic, and Miles Bridges, he's trying to be the most improved player for the year so far for sure. He is 35 minutes again, 31 points. Oh man, I still think he's a sell high. If you can get, I'm trying to think, right now who's slumping pretty hard, Harden and Damian Lillard. So if you can, Miles Bridges plus a top 30 guy for one of those guys, if you get one of those guys back, if the Harden owner is being impatient or Damian Lillard owner is being impatient, go do that trade. It's a win for sure in my opinion. 31 points, didn't really do anything else. Still took 21 shots, hit 5 threes, 6 rebounds. He was bringing a lot of steals. That wasn't the case this game. For the season, he is in 9 category leagues. He's the 6th ranked player, averaging 26 points. There is no way he's averaging 26. 17 points, 18 points. I could see that averaging 1.8 steals as well. Shooting 53% from the field, 91% from the free throw. All those gonna come down. And at some point, the other guys, Gordon Hayward gotta take more shots. Okay, LaMelo Ball's gotta take more shots. And yes, I almost forgot. Terry Rozier has been out, right? So that also takes some shots away from him. So yeah, absolutely sell high. I wouldn't worry too much. He's not gonna average 25 points, not even close. Mason Plumlee, 6 for 8. Mason Plumlee is a must roster. 14 points, 10 rebounds. This guy is just, his game is really fantasy friendly. It does a bit of everything. 6 offensive rebound too, but he's not gonna shoot any threes. His free throw is a bit suspect. 14 points is good. Kel Oubre Jr., he's not a must roster, guys. He played well last week. Had 26 point one night. But even half the playing time, 20 minutes, he only took 7 shots. Not a must roster. You could stream him for some points. I don't think at this point he's a must roster. He's still inconsistent, and his role on this team is not defined. It's not guaranteed he's gonna get 28 minutes a night once the Rozier comes back. So there's no point holding on to him. LaMelo Ball, minutes is just maybe after today it's a buy low. Minutes so low for I don't know why. 3 for 14. He obviously struggled, but he hasn't played over 30. Look at Miles Bridges' minutes. Why are they giving so little minutes to LaMelo Ball? I don't know. Maybe the only is injury concerns. That's it. But he's super young. Regardless, a bad game. I would buy low on LaMelo if he continues to struggle for a few more games like this. Cody Martin played 30 minutes. Had 4 steals, 12 points, 5 assists. Cody Martin, we could stream him. He offers some nice defensive stats and peripheral stats and do a little bit everything, fairly efficient, as we can see this game here. And PJ Washington was out. Terry Rozier was out. So Cody Martin, if those guys continue to be out, next game, sure, you could stream him. For the Orlando Magic, Franz Wagner played 32 minutes. Just look at this line. He took 7 shots, the 7th most on the team, had 15 points. Very efficient, hit 3 threes, a steal and a block. He's not there's not one category that, maybe threes, he hit a good amount of threes, but everything else is really average. But consider he played 30 plus minutes, I don't hate it if you roster him. Wendell Carter Jr. had a great game. 20 points, 10 rebounds, a steal. Hit 2 threes. Overall, pretty good. Mo Bamba. I think if you can sell Mo Bamba high, I would. I don't think right now he's getting a lot of minutes. He obviously, when he plays, he gets a lot of blocks. I don't think I don't know. Maybe this is his breakout season, his third season or 4th season. I'm not sure. He had a lot of hype coming into the NBA, but he never really got playing time. Right now, he is getting playing time with a couple guys out. Cole Anthony, sell high, guys. 24 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and a steal. He's very up and down. Just don't think he's that good. The past 2-3 games he's averaging over 20 points. I don't think he's gonna do that rest of the season. And when Markelle Fultz comes back, he's gonna lose a lot of the playing time, right? They're still gonna find playing time for him. Somebody's gonna lose out some minutes. Jalen Suggs, 36 minutes. Jalen Suggs is just like Jalen Green. If your team is winning and you're punting field goal, yes, you could hold him, right? He's getting the playing time, and every night there's a chance he could go out for 25 points. There is a chance, but we don't know how often it happens. 4 turnovers, just not good. If you want to drop him, and then, but you always could keep an eye on him. Let him be someone else's problem for now, and if he gets dropped, you could monitor closely. If he plays well, you can pick him up again. Terrence Ross, not interested in him. Let's go to the next game. The Washington Wizards beating the Boston Celtics. Good game for the Wizards. The big news here is Daniel Gafford is, got hurt. So we must pick up a Montrezl Harrell. We must pick up Montrezl Harrell. So now, excuse me, Montrezl Harrell playing 30 minutes. Excuse me. Montrezl Harrell playing 30 minutes, man, he's going to put up some nice stats, right? Go pick up Harrell if he's out there. Gafford, let's see how severe the injury is. If you got an IR spot, put him in there, don't worry. He's going to have some nice values, especially the blocks column. Yeah, so just don't drop him yet. If he's out there for a long period of time, you don't have an IR, yes, you could drop him. Bradley Beal, 7 for 25, struggled to get a buy low. For Bradley Beal, he started off the season pretty horribly. You would expect him to average 30 points. He took 25 shots here. The volume is not an issue. 10 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block. Try to buy low on Bradley Beal as well. He has not had a good start of the season. Spencer Dinwiddie played well, 22 points, 3 assists, and a steal. Anytime he gets a steal, that's always nice. 2 threes. Kyle Kuzma, I don't think he's a must roster, but points and rebounds, and he's playing 30-plus minutes. So I don't hate it if you want to roster him. And brought the defensive stat, 2 steals and a block. KCP, not so much. The other Wizards guys, Davis Bertans is never getting his minutes back. But Montrezl Harrell, in the short term at least, must roster. Must roster. Especially field goal. For field goal, Boston Celtics, Jason Tatum struggled again. 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 23 points. Hey, Jason Tatum also not playing so well, right? Miles Bridges plus somebody else for Jason Tatum, that's also not a bad idea, I think. Al Horford, yes. How about Miles Bridges plus Al Horford? Al Horford is going to have season-long values. I could see that, but he's just playing so well at the moment. In just 26 minutes, 16 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a block. In his prime on Celtics, he wasn't putting up this level of counting stats, right? It was like maybe 11 points, 8 rebounds, mainly the blocks. He was giving out a lot of blocks, right? The counting stat column wasn't like this. So for sure, also Al Horford is a sell high at the moment. Robert Williams played 30 minutes. There was some worries if he played alongside Al Horford. His stats don't look as good, even though it's just 1 game sample size. Really good here. 4 blocks, a steal, 11 rebounds. So no worries there, 13 points. Jaylen Brown, a buy low, but it will be hard because he played really well in the beginning, like the first few games. He's up and down. And we could realistically go on a week for, Jaylen Brown struggle shooting the ball. It's about, can he do it? Anything else? He didn't really do anything else this game. A steal, nothing else, 13 points. And Marcus Smart had 3 steals and 1 three assists. That's what Marcus Smart does, right? In category leagues, mainly offer you some really, really good steals. A little bit assists, a little bit threes, a little bit blocks. But efficiency is a big issue for Marcus Smart, and turnovers as well. Had 5 personal fouls. Dennis Schroeder, 34 minutes, coming off the bench. So it doesn't matter if he's playing starting or coming off the bench. His role on this team is pretty secure. The Celtics are playing a very, very short, small rotation of players. So he will get 30-plus minutes every single night. If you need points and assists, to be fair, points and assists is hard to get, right? You could roster him, but a lot of the weeks he could hurt you. And with everybody healthy, I just don't know how much upside does he have? You know, on his better nights, I don't think he's gonna go pop off with 30. It's just 20 points, and some nights will score 8-9 points and nothing else. So I'm not too high on Dennis Schroeder the rest of the season. The next game, the Miami Heat beat the Brooklyn Nets. So Nets right now they're struggling hard, especially Harden. We'll talk about him later. Jimmy Butler, 17 points, huge game, 14 rebounds. Struggled with his shot again. No threes, but who cares? 7 assists for still really, really good stuff from Jimmy Butler. If he pounded threes, a top 5 guy, easily. PJ Tucker actually popped off 15 points, the most, but don't think he's fantasy relevant unless he starts getting us some steals and blocks. Bam, this season, it's a little different. You know, no assist. He's not running the offense as much because Kyle Lowry is there. I don't know. It's gonna change if his assist number is gonna go up, and it looks like he's scoring more. So I think in fantasy that's bad for Bam. You want to get those assists. You know, scoring those 3-4 points does not matter as much because his assists dipped a lot. You know, 3-4 assists even. So just want to see him getting more assists. And you know, the defensive set gonna come in. I'm not too worried about that. Duncan Robinson hit 2 threes. That's it. Kyle Lowry. Still, I would say buy low on Kyle Lowry. I think he very comfortably he could be a top 60, 70 guy. Right now he's far from it. He's not gonna score a lot of points. He's just an inefficient version of Chris Paul, I think. He actually grabbed more rebounds than Chris Paul. Probably hits more threes. He's just adjusting. I think he's going to be fine. Don't worry too much. If anything, I would buy low if the owner is getting impatient. Tyler Hero had 27 minutes. This is the problem with Tyler Hero. He took 17 shots, so it looks like he's going to average. No problem averaging 7. I don't think he's going to average 20 points. But 18 points? Sure. 8 rebounds, that's a lot of rebounds, but again, defensive stats and low efficiencies. I think a must roster at the moment. We'll see. You know, because last year there were a lot of guys competing minutes with Tyler Hero. This year, not so much. He's coming off the bench. He's going to put up a lot of shots. For the Brooklyn Nets, oh boy, James Harden. 35 minutes. The minutes is no concern here. So if we let's talk about. We shouldn't worry. In fantasy, at least, the rebound, the assists, the steals, and blocks, those are fine. The problem is 2 problems. One is the free throw attempts. It's low. I don't want to say the rule is. It's all because of the rule. It's impacting him a little bit for sure. But he's just not aggressive. The biggest problem is when I watch the Nets game, he's not aggressive. He took 12 shots here. Fairly passive, not moving. I just don't feel a sense of urgency from Harden when he plays. Right now, it's looking really bad. You know, he only took 12 shots. You know, the efficiency, another issue, right? He's taking 14, 15 shots when realistically you would expect him without Kyrie taking close to 19, 20 shots, 18, 19 shots. So that's 3-4 shot attempts and then free throw. If you include the free throw attempts, his usage is dropping by a lot. He's trying to facilitate. It's clearly not working. Maybe he's out of shape. I don't know. But I know he's gonna be better than this. People might say, hey, it's a free throw, right? He's a fraud. I don't think he can average 36 points just off his free throws. He's not being aggressive at all. Maybe he's out of shape. I don't know. Maybe his hamstring is still bothering him. No idea. He's preserving for the playoffs. I know just got to buy low on Harden. At some point, he's going to start playing really, really well. And Kyrie Irving is not there. You know, this is his opportunity. Maybe we need media to shit on Harden a little bit more so he listens to them and started playing better. Joe Harris hit 5 threes. That's good. But, you know. And Bruce Brown. We could for sure stream him. Especially if they play a team with a smaller lineup. He's going to get more minutes. 12 points, 3 steals is good. 5 rebounds. Kevin Durant, you know, played well. And his free throw, I don't know. I haven't monitored KD's free throw attempts. But that also might be impacting a little bit. But, you know, still fine. 25 points, 11 rebounds, still in 2 blocks from KD. And Patty Mills only a 3-point streamer, and he's hot and cold. 0 for 6 this game. The next game, the Toronto Raptors beating the Pacers. Oh boy. Sabonis, is he already running out of the gas? He only took 4 shots here. Why did he only take 4 shots? I'm not sure. But the rest of the line looks fine. 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals and block. He's not known for defensive guys, so if he can average a steal and a block, that really helps his fantasy value. Justin Holiday, not so much. Miles Turner, after that 40-point game, now he almost become a buy low, right? He has had 3 blocks. This is an average game, I think, from Miles Turner. Have 12 points, average 12 points, 3 blocks, and 7 rebounds is good. So this is an average game for Miles Turner. If the owner is like, damn it, I want him to score 20 points a night, he's not going to do it. So maybe you could buy low. If your team really love those blocks, right, maybe you can do a trade that makes sense for both teams. Chris Duarte had played 32 minutes. He tried to sell high. Oh, the big news here is Malcolm Brogdon left the game. And Caris LeVert is coming back very, very soon. So maybe you could hold Chris for a few more games, see what happens, but his time is almost running out. Once the squad is back in full and healthy, he won't have values, in my opinion. Brogdon, before he left, he was having a really good game. But we'll see how bad the injury is. Obviously, you don't drop him. And with him out, TJ McConnell is we should think about picking TJ McConnell up. In the next few games, if you want some assist and steals, although no steals here, he was leading the league in steals last year at some point, while averaging like the least minutes. So the guy is a really, really good steals guy. Although this season he hasn't really been stealing much, But that's the thing with steals. The variance from season to season is a lot, Usually, I think the steals might have the highest variance, because I was gonna say steals and blocks, but blocks usually, if you're a bad blocks guy, and you have, let's say you average goes from 0.2 to 0.3, although it's 50% more, but it doesn't really matter. Like the biggest shot blockers, they're gonna block shots. So the guys who don't block shots might have variance, but who cares? Steals, everybody steals a little bit, right? Sorry, let me just. Okay, let's go to the Raptors game. Scotty Barnes, man, this rookie is getting the most minutes out of all the rookies. 36. It really depends on what team you're playing for, right? The Raptors, they're gonna give you most minutes right off the bat. Look at that. The assists are coming in. Let the teaming assist, but it's just one game. But that's exciting stuff for Scotty Barnes. 18 points, 2 blocks. Hold on to him very tight. He's gonna have a, unlike the rookie guards, he's gonna have a nice contribution to a fantasy team. He took 17 shots too. Really good stuff. OG 21 shots. His efficiency is bad, but hey, he still got 5 steals and a block. Really, really good stuff from OG. He's gonna be up and down, and if he struggles, that's when you go in and buy low. He looks like he's the number 1 offensive option on this team until Siakam comes back, of course. Precious Achiuwa, even he gets 20 minutes, the numbers are not that eye-popping, but we gotta roster him because you don't find the centers on the waiver wire in competitive leagues. Any centers that played, just 28, 27 minutes is a must roster. Gary Trent Jr. continues to struggle, but look at the steals. He was not a steals guy when he was on the Blazers. He was not even close. Not even 0.8 steals a game, I think. This season he's averaging, I don't know how many. So playing in the Raptors system just generate a lot of steals, it looks like. So we gotta be careful, guys. That big steals guy that leave the Raptors, they're still gonna take a hit. That's something to keep in mind. But 5 steals, come on. We have to roster him, right? Not only is he a 3 and points guy, now he becomes a steals guy. I gotta roster him. Ken Burch, Chris Boucher, it's hard to hold on to them. Chris Boucher played 18 minutes, 2 steals on the block, but it's hard to hold on to him. If you believe, then sure. I don't believe in Chris Boucher long term this season, at least, unless somebody gets injured. The next game, the Atlanta Hawks beating the New Orleans Pelicans. DeAndre Hunter, Not a must roster in my opinion. 13 points. With everybody healthy, not really. John Collins had four personal fouls, so the minute playing time is a bit low, 16 and 12. Average game from Collins. Clint Capella keep going sub 50% from the field, 2 for 8 again. But the rest of the line looks fine. 12 points, a steal and 3 blocks, 5 points. Bogdanovic also is not a must roster. All the wings, Cam Reddish, Bogdanovic, DeAndre, maybe at some point, one of them is going to have really give me a good value. At the moment, not a must roster. Maybe it takes one injury for one of those guys to become relevant. Just not enough shot attempts and even playing time for all of them. Bogdanovic probably have the highest upside out of the three as we seen last year. Top 20 guy. Right up, playing pretty poorly. But you could roster Bogdanovic. He's not giving you too bad of the line. He's getting consistent 30 minutes. I don't want to roster Hunter and Reddish at the moment. Trae Young, 27 shot attempts. That's good. And free throw, only 3 free throw. But that hasn't really impacted him. I mean, it's impacting his free throw attempts, but his scoring average is not. Instead of trying to draw those fouls, he's going to take better shots, I think. 31 points, 7 threes, but the problem with him is no defensive stats. You obviously want more free throw attempt out of him as well. For the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram huge minutes, 38 minutes. Pelicans also running a very short, small rotation. Worried, the guy is also pretty injury prone. So if he plays 40 minutes a night, I don't know. But this game really good. He's gonna average 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. I don't think worry too much about that. It's just the defensive stats. 1 steal, 2 blocks. That's really good. 3 threes. Good stuff. And Valanciunas, is he a sell high? He's been getting huge minutes. Another concern. I don't know if Valanciunas has played on a team as average over 30 minutes a game for the whole season. So I don't know. Meanwhile, just enjoy ride with him. If you want to sell high, I would, but don't sell him. Really, he could be a top 30 guy. So I don't think you can get Valanciunas for a top 20 guy. I don't think anybody's gonna give you that. Maybe try Valanciunas plus Miles Bridges. You got those two guys on the team. He's one of the biggest guys, overperforming guys at the moment. He's 13th ranked player. He's not gonna do that, obviously. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is a buy low. 3 for 14, 6 points. Buy low. If he get dropped, immediately scoop him up, or try to make a trade for him. Especially if your team is pounding field goal. He might have these games for a few more, so perfect timing. 3 for 14, struggle from the field, didn't do anything else. Perfect. Devontae Graham, 8 for 17, 21 points, 6 assists. Pretty good game from him as well. So all the Pelican guys, especially the starters, they're gonna have really good fantasy values for the rest of the season. So, pretty high on all of them. The coaches just decided to give all the starters heavy minutes, which could be an issue when we get to the second half of the season, right? They kind of run out of gas. But for now, very, very good. The next game is Lakers. LeBron is hurt, obviously, but they lost to OKC. That's really bad. And they were up by 26 points at some point. Russell Westbrook is a sell high. 20 points, triple-double without LeBron James. We don't know when LeBron is coming back, but I think if LeBron comes back, he's not going to put up this level of counting stats. So I think he's a sell high. His first game was really, really bad. After that, every game was really, really good. But we got to try to sell high. High turnovers, yes. When you try to sell high, try to find a team that's punting turnovers. Otherwise, nobody really wants Russell Westbrook. He's helping you win rebound and assists, but also losing you turnovers. So, but I would sell him high for sure. AD, 30 points, good. No defensive stats. But I just want to see more defensive stats out of AD. But everything else looks fine. And all the other Laker guys, like Malik Monk is getting 30 minutes but not doing anything. Mainly just shoot some threes, and Carmelo Anthony continues to shoot horribly from the field. 5 for 14, 13 points, and 2 steals is surprising. But, if you need some points, sure, you could stream. And he took 8 threes, so if you need some points and threes, sure, you could stream Carmelo. But other than that, I wouldn't touch him. For Oklahoma City, Darius Bazley, I think, is fool's gold. 20 points, 4 steals. I mean, we know what he can do last season. Did he improve this year? I don't think he is. If you want some points and rebounds, you could stream him. But that's it. He's really not giving you anything else. 4 steals and 1 block. Russell Westbrook is throwing the ball away a lot, so maybe he just picked up a few steals. He's not a big steals guy. After this game, if you want to stream him for points and rebounds, but just remember, you're going to lose. You're probably going to take a big hit on your field goal, your free throw, your assist, right? All those categories is a big negative. Lou Dort, 17 points. He's, in real life, he's a really, really good defender, but he doesn't get defensive stats, so I don't think he's fantasy relevant. You could stream him from time to time. And look at Josh Giddey. 54% from the field, 18 points, 2 rebounds. He's a really, really good rebounder. But this game only 2, but 10 assists, 1 steal, 2 threes. He's the must roster. If he's still out there on the waiver wire, we gotta grab him. Shea struggled a little bit from the field, but hit 5 threes, 8 for 10 from the free throw line, 27 points. Overall, not a bad game from Shea. He's the number 1 guy on this team. So really good stuff. After some early season struggles, and his rankings in categories are not that good so far because no defensive stats. Okay, let's go to the next game. Okay, we got 3 more games. This game, the Kings beat Phoenix Suns. Suns are struggling, losing to some bad teams. Harrison Barnes, come on guys, he's a sell high. 22 points again, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. He started off the season super hot. I think he did that a couple times. Sell high. I'm not saying if he struggles, you're gonna drop him immediately because he has some good values. But right now, perfect sell high opportunity. Do it before it's too late. When you sell high, you don't have to do 1 for 1. You can do 2 for 1s to get a way better guy. Richaun Holmes, very solid again. Good efficiency from the field, 12 rebounds and a block. Tyrese Halliburton, 2 steals and a block, 15 points. Just very efficient. You're not gonna get huge counting stats out of Tyrese. Like he's not gonna average 20 points. He might average 5.5 assists. But he's not gonna give you a lot of rebound either. But just overall very, very efficient. Give you a little bit of everything. So that's good, and don't turn the ball over that much. So that's good for top 50, top 60 in 9 category leagues. De'Aaron Fox, the percentages are horrible. You want to stack Russell Westbrook and De'Aaron Fox. 18 points, 9 assists, and a steal. But so far has not been good for De'Aaron Fox. The counting stat look okay. So if you're counting those efficiencies, you're not too concerned. But if you're not, 3 for 7 free throw, just really bad. Buddy Hield finally had a good game. 2 steals and 2. That's why we don't drop Buddy Hield. He hit 7 threes. Looks like this season he's gonna come off the bench, not even playing 30 minutes, but even in just 20 minutes, the amount of threes he's making, I think is valuable. So, Davion Mitchell is not a must roster. If you believe in him, you might have to wait for a long time for him to start getting some playing time. Because you got Buddy Hield, you got De'Aaron Fox, you got Tyrese Halliburton. Those guys are getting a lot of minutes at the guard spot. For Phoenix, Mikal Bridges, great. 15 points, 2 blocks. No steals. That's kind of sad. But again, just overall very efficient. 7 for 12, 1, 3, 5 rebounds. Jay Crowder, if you want only a streaming option, I think we know that. DeAndre Ayton, here we go. Finally, he was getting drafted in the 3rd round. This 21 rebound, sure. That's why, with Ayton is, he's got to look for his shot, but maybe just for his team, it's best to just don't run plays for him. Let the perimeter guys run all the plays, because him posting up is not maybe just not a good play. Consider Suns have various of weapons on the perimeter, but really good game. 21 rebounds. If he can grab a lot of rebounds, that's fine. A steal and a block also good. Devin Booker took 28 shots. A good game for Devin. 8 assists. That's good. You want to see him getting those more assists. That's holding his. That's a lot of his value from over the years. A steal, 6 rebounds. So it's fine. Chris Paul 1 for 10, maybe a buy low. Still, he give you 6 rebound, 8 assists, and 2 steals. You can't complain. He played pretty horribly, a -10, but he'll be better than this. And again, I prefer to sell Chris Paul high. Earlier this season, he had a 15 assists or something like that. So after those games, I'll look to sell him. He's old, he's fairly healthy, but the risk is always there for an old guy, and especially if your team is not efficient. If your team is pounding turnovers, having Chris Paul on your team, you would rather get a Russell Westbrook if you're already pounding turnovers. Let's look at the next game. The Grizzlies, really bad from Grizzlies, losing to the Blazers. Desmond Bane, he's a must roster at the moment, but I would sell him high. Dillon Brooks is going to come back, and both Desmond Bane and DeAnthony Melton going to lose minutes. DeAnthony Melton also huge minutes at the moment. Seven rebounds. Like he really struggled, but he's also a must roster at the moment. 2 steals and a block. But I'm saying try to sell both of those guys high. They're playing really well at the moment, putting up good stats. But when Dillon Brooks come back, it's over for both guys. I think they're still gonna play 20 minutes, but Dillon Brooks is the guy that played 30 plus. So those 30 minutes gonna come from somebody, mainly DeAnthony Melton, Desmond Bane. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 5 fouls. Not good. I would say a huge buy low. And he also, before he left, before he committed 5 fouls, he's 3 for 13 from the field. That's always a concern with JJJ. He's got to be better. Steven Adams also had 4 personal fouls. What is going on? Who's drawing all this foul? Is it Damian Lillard? Damian Lillard only had 4 fouls, 4 personal for free throws. So it's impacting all the elite free throw guys across the league. But Damian Lillard is something I'll talk about him later. But yeah, buy low on Jaren Jackson Jr. He has top 30 upside. Ja Morant, good game from Ja. 10 assists, 17 points, but 9 turnovers. 9 rebounds is also good. If he can just make average 2 threes, that really help his fantasy games a lot. Because the points and assists is really, really elite already. Let's look at the Blazers. Robert Covington, man, is close to a drop. But it's not like he's not getting any playing time. He's getting 27, 28 minutes, even in a blowout. I would not drop him. I would buy low on Robert Covington but you gotta know that he's not gonna give you anything other than steals and blocks, and even steals and blocks not in huge volume. So you gotta be mentally prepared to hold on to him for a while before he start popping off. We don't know. Maybe Nurkic gets hurt, or I don't know. He also had a really, really slow start last season. I don't know if it's because he just always have a slow start, or Nurkic get hurt. What if Nurkic is healthy all season? We don't know. But don't drop him. I would buy low. Nurkic, low minutes, but before he left, good game from him. 8 rebounds, 17 assists, 17 points. Free throw is an issue. Good efficiency, 3 steals and a block. Nurkic is a guy that can rack up a lot of steals as a center and also assist. 0 assists here, obviously. CJ McCollum just continues to be a sell high. 2 steals and a block. Come on, we know CJ is not known for his defense, and so far, where is CJ McCollum? He's the 3rd ranked player in 9 category leagues, averaging 2 steals and 1.5 blocks. That's not him. That is not him. If you can do CJ for Damian Lillard, I wouldn't think twice. Damian Lillard still. I mean, some news saying that he's hurt. So this game, obviously, he took 22 shots. So he's being aggressive, and free throw obviously another concern. But I think they will figure out a way. Those guys are extremely smart, and they will adjust to it. I don't know how many games it's going to take him. I still think he's comfortably a top 10 guy. So if you can trade him for CJ McCollum right now, don't think about it. Just do it. 10 assists here is also good, but again, 27% from the field is really bad. Don't know if he's hurt but he should be better than this. Let's look at the last game of the night. The Cleveland Cavaliers beating the Clippers. Oh boy. Clippers only scored 79 points. Cavaliers are that good of a defensive team. Evan Mobley played 34 minutes. Struggled with his shot, but 6 for 6 from the free throw line. He's not a bad free throw shooter, maybe high 70s. So he's not going to hurt you that much in that department. 10 rebound, that's good. Let's see what about. He might be the best rookie. I think him and Josh Giddey and Scotty Barnes, those three guys are, they already have a lot of good value as of right now. And I think they're only going to get better. And their role on their team very secure. Lauri Markkanen had a 9 rebound and a steal. Not exciting, but what are you going to do? Jared Allen, I don't think you can drop him. He's giving you good enough rebounds and some points, a little bit threes. Jared Allen struggled massively. Could be a buy low after this game. He'll be better. Colin Sexton popped off. I would try to sell high on Colin Sexton. He played 37 minutes. He was playing 27 minutes. The first few games. Now this game he played 37. He was having a really good game, aggressive. So maybe coaches wanted to give him more minutes, 26 minutes. 7 rebound, 3 steals, but he's not going to do this every game. And I don't think he's going to average close to 24 points a game this season. Darius Garland only 28 minutes, had 6 turnovers, but 2 threes. Okay game. Darius Garland, majority of his value going to come from assists, and I think he should be averaging close to 18 points, 6.5 assists. That's Darius Garland, and he hasn't played that well yet, but this game, good percentage from the field. And Ricky Rubio played 28 minutes. So that is interesting. They're playing Ricky Rubio and Darius Garland together. So their 3 guards is Darius Garland, Colin Sexton, and Ricky Rubio. I think if you want to stream Ricky Rubio, have him on your team, I think looking at the moment, looking like it might be a possibility he's getting consistent 25 minutes. So I don't hate the idea to, especially need those assistance steals. Kevin Love, not so much. 23 minutes, he got 10 rebounds. But, he's eating into Lauri Markkanen's minutes. Not so much to Evan Mobley, but, Lauri Markkanen is impacting, impacted by Kevin Love's minutes. For the Clippers, Paul George, man, he took 20 shots. He could be, if he averaged close to 2 steals, he could be a top 6 guy. Right now he's averaging 3.8 steals. Had 4 steals. He had 8 the other night. So that completely changes Paul George's value. Because if he's only averaging 1.1, 1.2, he could be 11th ranked or 12th ranked. But if he's averaging 1.7, 1.8, that move up his value by a lot. He could be a top 8, top 9 guy. So, hey, do you want to sell Paul George for Damian Lillard? If Paul George is averaging 1.7, 1.8 steals, they might have similar values. So, struggle from the field, no 3, but what's there to worry? Paul George is going to have a monster season. He's got to stay healthy. Nicholas Batum, he got 32 minutes, so maybe you could stream him. Zubac played 25 minutes. He's not a must roster, guys. If you need some efficiency and rebound and they got a back-to-back, sure, you can pick up Zubac. Eric Bledsoe, the minutes is low because Luke Kennard, they were down, so they need a lot more offense. So they need more minutes, but I wouldn't worry about Eric Bledsoe's minutes. Again, 3 steals. So Clippers this game, they must have done something with the defense. Everybody's getting a lot of steals. Bledsoe last year, when he was on the Pelicans, he was not getting any steals. He was struggling. I mean, on the Clippers, he's still going to be up and down, but if he can get up, average 1.5 steals, he's a must roster. Reggie Jackson, if you punt a field goal, I'll be more than happy to have Reggie Jackson. But if you're not, you still got to roster him, but it's a bit tough. That's it for all the games. We'll see you guys tomorrow.